Hey, good morning, everyone from Central Texas. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Dave, and we are reading the Old Testament, taking a journey through the Old Testament. We did it with the New Testament, and now we are reading the Old Testament. So, if you're just starting with us, we're on chapter 37 of Genesis. So if you want to grab a Bible and read along, that's cool. If not, just listen and follow along with us this way. If you don't have a Bible, remember that you can go to Bible.com and read for free. You can also download the YouVersion app on any Android or Apple device, pretty much for free as well. So, all right. Today we're going to talk about the topics of Joseph's dreams, the sheaf, the sun, moon, and stars, Joseph's search for his brothers, the brothers' conspiracy, Joseph sold to Ishmaelites, Jacob is deceived, Joseph sold to Potiphar, for 36 verses. All right. So if you guys are ready, we'll go ahead and get started. And Jacob dwelt in the land wherein his father was a stranger, in the land of Canaan. These are the generations of Jacob. Joseph, being 17 years old, was feeding the flock with his brethren, and the lad was with the sons of Bilhah, and with the sons of Zilpah, his father's wives. And Joseph brought unto his father their evil report. I should pause real fast and tell you we are reading out of the King James Version again. Sorry about that. Now Israel loved Joseph more than all his children, because he was a son of his old age, and he made him a coat of many colors. And when his brethren saw that their father loved him more than all his brethren, they hated him, and could not speak peaceably unto him. And Joseph dreamed a dream, and he told it to his brethren, and they hated him yet even more. And he said unto them, Hear, I pray you, this dream which I have dreamed. For behold, we were binding sheaves in a field, and lo, my sheaf arose, and also stood upright. And behold, your sheaves stood round about, and made obeisance to my sheaf. They bowed, basically. And his brethren said to him, Shalt thou indeed reign over us, or shalt thou indeed have dominion over us? And they hated him yet the more for his dreams and for his words. And he dreamed yet another dream, poor Joseph, and told his brethren, and said, Behold, I have dreamed a dream more. And behold, the sun and the moon and the 11 stars made obeisance to me. And he told it to his father and his brethren. And his father rebuked him and said unto him, What is this dream that thou hast dreamed? Shall I and thy mother and thy brethren indeed come to bow down ourselves to thee to the earth? And his brethren envied him, but his father observed the saying. And his brethren went to feed their flocks, their father's flock in Shechem. And Israel said unto Joseph, Do not thy brethren feed the flock in Shechem? Come, and I will send thee unto them. And he said to him, Here am I. And he said to him, Go, I pray thee, and see it be well with thy brethren, and well with the flocks, and bring me word again. So he sent him out into the vale of Hebron, and he came to Shechem. And a certain man found him, and behold, he was wandering in the field. And the man asked him, saying, What seekest thou? And he said, I seek my brethren. Tell me, I pray thee, where they feed their flocks. And the man said, They are departed hence, for I heard them say, Let us go to Dothan. And Joseph went after his brethren, and found them in Dothan. And when they saw him afar off, even before he came near to him, they conspired against him to slay him. And behold, said to one another, Behold, this dreamer cometh. Come now, and let us slay him, and cast him into some pit, and we will say that some evil beast hath devoured him, and we shall see what will become of his dreams. And Reuben heard it, and delivered him out of their hands, and said, Let us not kill him. And Reuben said unto them, Shed no blood, but cast him into this pit that is in the wilderness, and lay no hand upon him, that he may rid him out of their hands, and deliver him, that he might rid them out of their hands, and deliver him to his father again. And it came to pass, when Joseph was coming to his brethren, that they stripped Joseph of his coat of many colors that was on him. And they took him and cast him in a pit, and the pit was empty, and there was no water in it. And they sat down to eat bread, and they lifted up their eyes and looked, and behold, a company of Ishmaelites came from Gilead with their camels bearing spicery and balm and myrrh, going to carry it down to Egypt. And Judah said unto his brethren, What profit is it if we slay our brother, and conceal his blood? Come, let us sell him to the Ishmaelites, and let not our hands be upon him. For he is our brother in our flesh, and his brethren were content. So we're content to sell him. Then there passed by Midianites, merchantmen, and drew up and lifted Joseph out of the pit, and sold Joseph to the Ishmaelites for 20 pieces of silver. 20 pieces of silver. And they brought Joseph into Egypt. And Reuben returned unto the pit, and behold, Joseph was not in the pit, and he rent his clothes. And he returned unto his brethren and said, The child is not, and I, whither shall I go? And they took Joseph's coat, and killed a kid of goats, and dipped the coat in blood. And they sent the coat of many colors, and they brought it to their father, and said, This we have found. Know now whether it be thy son's coat or no. And he knew it, and he said, It is my son's coat. An evil beast hath devoured him. Joseph is without doubt rent in pieces. And Jacob rent his clothes, and put sackcloth upon his loins, and mourned for his son many days. And all his sons and his daughters rose up to comfort him, but he refused to be comforted. And he said, For I will go down to my grave, and unto my son mourning. Thus his father wept for him. And the Midianites sold him into Egypt unto Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh's, and a captain of the guard. Trying to remember, going back to because I paused there for a minute, and they sold him for 20 pieces of silver. And I was trying to remember, I'll have to look it up, how many pieces of silver that oh my goodness, I just drew a blank. That they sold Jesus for. Yeah. Anyways, Judas. There we go. How many? I think it was. I want to say it was 20 pieces of silver that Judas betrayed Jesus for. So, but I have to take a look at that and see. If you know the answer, go ahead and comment it down below. All right. All right. Cool. So that concludes chapter 37 of the book of Genesis. Definitely not as dry as yesterday's read. The genealogy stuff, man, I mean, it is important, don't get me wrong, because it's nice to know who everyone is in there, but man, it's just pretty dry reading for me anyways. You might enjoy it, and if you do, that's awesome. It's just, for me, it's very, very dry. So anyways, thanks so much for listening and watching. I hope you guys have a blessed Sunday from Central Texas. As always, God bless.
When life keeps falling and wonder where he is in all this mess, he's right there to guide you. Unseen, you're not